Well, hello everyone. It's Catherine back with another pick a card. So, you know the drill. I want you to concentrate on which of these has your message. You have each a tarot card and a spirit animal card. Pause the video and see which one speaks to you. Okay, for the first card that we have, you got the Knight of Cups. And this is the Gilded Tarot, just in case anybody wanted to know. And what we have here, the message that came through, he's full of high emotions and excitement. But if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Buyer beware. And that's what I heard. Snake oil, used car salesman, somebody that's maybe got lots of false promises and false hopes going on. Could be that. Your card. These are real short and sweet. I'm going to tell you. You got elk in medicine position. Okay. Now let's see what elk in medicine position has to say. I love this book. Okay. This is my medicine card book. I'm not promoting this. I'm not making money off this, but I would like you to know where the information's coming from in case you'd like to go on Amazon and order this book for yourself. And the message from elk is stamina. And you know what? I'm just going to he wandered through the forest looking for a partner. The mating season was in full swing, and the bucks that usually traveled with the other males had dispersed to find mates for the season. As elk bellowed his mating call through the forest, his bugling alerted Mountain Lion that a feast could be in the making. Mountain Lion circled elk, getting closer to his prey moment by moment. Elk sensed the impending danger when the forest suddenly grew silent. He broke for the high country when he spotted his pursuer, but Mountain Lion was far behind. As elk made a running leap for the timberline, Mountain Lion gained on him, but elk continued to run onward, displaying tremendous stamina. Finally, Mountain Lion gave up, having spent his energy in spurts as he tried to jump over boulders to reach elk. Now, there's going to be things in here that are going to resonate with you simply because this is what you chose, and there's things in your life that are speaking to you. It showed up in the contrary position. In the reverse, you may be stretching the rubber band to the breaking point. Be careful of undue stress levels, or you might just cause an illness to force you to take a break. On another level, you may not be honoring your desire for companionship with the opposite sex. You may have forgotten the excitement of mating season. If this is the case, you may find that your best option is to invite friends of the opposite sex for dinner or an afternoon outing. This is not to say that you would be sexually interested in these friends. It is merely suggesting that the exchange of opposite energies could be rewarding. If you are in a relationship, it may be that the honeymoon is waning and you need to stir up some excitement. Persistently creating a change of pace is the kind of stamina needed for any relationship to last. In all cases, elk is telling you to look at how you choose to create your present pathway and how you intend to perpetrate it to reach your goal. Your best weapon is the same as elk's: to stop when you need to persist when you need to, and to allow room for change and exchange of energies. So those of you that chose one, let that be your message, and use what you can of it, and don't worry about it if you can't. And there's our first one. I'm going to go ahead and move this one out of the way. And let's go to group 2. In group 2, you picked the Empress. Pregnant with possibilities. There is hope. You will manifest what you desire. Multiple avenues for success are ahead of you. There's really pregnant with possibilities. Whatever this is that you're going after, there might be more than one way to get there and still get there in a good way that doesn't compromise anything. And your medicine is ant. So, we're going to go back to the book and we're going to see about what ant has to say. I love this book. I have gotten more enjoyment out of finding what I read in here. It's just lovely. Okay, you got ant. And you got it in the upright. Oh, tiny ant, your patience grows like the sands of time. Can I learn to be like you, or is it too sublime? Okay, let me think. Ant people are active, community-minded folk who see the greater future needs of their town. Ant people are planners like squirrel and are content to see their dreams being built a little at a time. In today's society, that is a rare quality. In the desert, one type of ant will burrow a conical hole with its apex at the bottom. The ant will cover itself and patiently wait for some unsuspecting insect to fall in. As the sand crumbles, the prey eventually falls to the bottom, only to find ants' open jaws. Patience does have its reward. Ant people have a knowing about the sweet victory at the end of the line. There is never a concern about going without if they are late for the opening of a sale. If what they want is sold out, they are sure that something equal or better is available. If you have ant medicine, you eat slowly and deliberately and are content in knowing that what is yours will come to you. This knowing is good medicine. It shows a trust in the universe to provide. Ant is working for the good of the whole, are you? If you are, be assured that the whole wants the same goodness for you and that it will be provided. Pregnant with possibilities. Did I not say that? Okay. You go, group 2. All right. Now here we go. Group 3. You got the 9 of Swords. And right now, if you know anything about the cards, you're going, oh, what have I got? What have I got? No, it's not so bad. What it does say is don't lose sleep over spilled milk. Let it go. There are bigger issues to tend to. It's a small thing you stress over. This is what I heard when I pulled your cards. Now, what animal did you get? You got owl. A night bird. Do you understand? See, this is so cool, right? So you got the medicine of owl. Owl, magic, omens, time and space. Does the truth emerge, casting out deceptions, silent flight, sacred medicine bird. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, magic, both black and white. Owl is called night eagle on several medicine wheels used by the Amerindian teachers. Traditionally, owl sits in the east, the place of illumination. Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark, the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is owl's friend. Owl hunts its prey at night. Not only can owl see in the dark, it can also accurately pinpoint and identify any sound. This gives it a great advantage when seeking food. Owls are the night hunters. Some native peoples are fearful of owl and call its feathers deceiver feathers. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear an owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beaks and talons are razor sharp. If owl is your personal medicine, No one can deceive you about what they are doing, no matter how they try to disguise or hide it from you. You may be a little frightening to be around, since so many people have ulterior motives which you see right through. If you are unaware of your medicine power, you may take your keen insights and abilities for granted. Others never do. You may frighten them and reflect their blindness, for you cannot be fooled. Owl medicine people know more than an individual's inner life than that a person knows about herself or himself. If you have pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. And I do hope that that is encouraging and helpful to you, those that picked the third grouping. Okay, group 4. What did you get? You have the Two of Cups in reverse. And I had a minute with this one. It took looking at your medicine card to get the full picture of what it was, because you have porcupine in contrary position. We'll get to that. In fact, no, let's go straight to porcupine. Because it's just going to make more sense to go to the medicine card first. And I gotta tell you the story about the bear and porcupine to get to this. Porcupine sat silently, looking at a hollow log. She wondered if it was a playhouse that nature had created just for her. Porcupine envisioned all the things she could do with the log. She could climb on top. She could make the log roll from side to side. She could go inside and see if there were any juicy worms for her dinner. She could also scratch her back on the rough outer bark if she wanted to. Just as Porcupine was pondering what to do next, she saw Bear approaching. Bear was big and black and looking for honey. Oh, another playmate to share my log, she thought. Hello, Bear, she cooed. Do you want to play and share my log with me? Gruff old Bear snorted. Porcupine, don't you know that I am too old to play? You're in my way. I'm looking for honey. Go away. Why, Bear, you're never too old to play. If you forget what it is like to be a cub, you'll always be as impatient and gruff as you are now. Bear began to think about what Porcupine had said, and maybe she was right. All the other creatures had run away from Bear in fright. Even the other bears had turned up their noses when he growled at them. This little Porcupine was certainly trusting him not to eat her. She even offered to be his friend. The old bear looked at Porcupine and began to feel something move inside him. He started to remember the games he had played as a cub. Joy started to live in him again. Little Porcupine, you have reminded me that in becoming strong and seeking answers, I got caught in trying to be an intellectual. I became afraid of what others would think if I dropped my mask of gruffness. I was afraid they wouldn't take me seriously anymore. You have taught me that being a fuddy-duddy, I was causing others not to care for me. Thank you. I'd love to play with this old log. Now, you got it in the contrary, so let's see what you get. In pulling the Porcupine card reversed, you are giving yourself a timely warning that you cannot win the game of life if you are too serious. In some area of your life, you may be feeling hurt or afraid of trusting again. If it is possible that life has recently dealt you a hard blow. If this is so, it is time to begin again by placing faith in your ability to overcome the lessons with joy. Are you willing to trust yourself again? If so, you might begin by writing down the feelings that come out of the situation. How can you, as your adult self, comfort you, the child within, and teach your inner child how to have faith and trust again? The ill-dignified Porcupine is belly up with his quill stuck in the ground. It is a rather defenseless position. You may be forcing yourself to be vulnerable so that you can regain your hope. Perhaps you needed to roll over to get your tummy patted. This position could therefore indicate that you are ready to accept a little love from others. In any case, if you are not willing to trust again, this card is forcing you to look at why or why not. Now, when you get the Two of Cups, we're seeing an unequal partnership. Two things that aren't balanced with each other. When I looked at this, I thought I'm seeing a person looking in a mirror. Even though there's two different faces here, I still see that somebody is looking at themselves. That little child inside of you is wanting the adult you to heal from something, to learn how to trust again. You're an unequal partnership of ego, the needs of your inner child to the adult demands of daily life. Balance the two to gain an equal partnership. So that's where we're at with you. Learn to play again. Learn to trust again. So that you can be a partner to yourself. So that all aspects of yourself can be equal again. There you go. I hope that this was helpful to you and that you got something out of it. I do hope you'd like to like and subscribe my channel. I'm rather fledgling at the moment, just getting started. And I will be putting the timestamps for these readings down here. And I just wish you a really good evening. Good night, all.